Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where I have been considering how best to handle this small problem that we've got going on here with our traffic. And I think the overall best way to do it is to have less traffic. Kind of a big brain moment there, right? And then I was thinking, okay, so we probably want to expand our public transport, which exists, technically. So we probably do want to expand our public transport. But then I was like, how do I want to actually design that? And I was thinking about that for quite a while today until it suddenly hit me. We have a pretty decent water pattern for that, actually. We can kind of emulate this. Now, I didn't fully repair this after the earthquake, and that is definitely something that we should do. So let's just go ahead and... I don't necessarily like this angle. Let's go ahead and remove some of these extraneous bits that are remaining here, and let's just finish up fixing our water grid that I completely forgot about in a very professional manner there, I might add. Perfect. Okay. So we also need to connect this in over here. Was there anything else that we needed? No, I think that is about what we needed. But I feel like our water design here is actually pretty decent for a potential metro design as well. Now this is going to be interesting to pull off, to be sure. We're going to have metro lines kind of going every which way. And I haven't really decided if we'll have metro lines along all of these, but I kind of like this overall concept. And then over here, they'll just connect in much the same way that the roadway does, and then we'll have to have a separate connection down over here, of course, when we actually get around to building that hub, whenever that happens to be. So I think first things first, we need to start working on our actual circuits over here. Now, I think... Okay, I think I might have an idea in my head of how to pull this off. The real question is... Let's see, each metro line can have, what, two directions in it? Yeah. Okay. I think that means that this would work. So essentially, here's the concept. We have a metro line, perhaps going the opposite direction as our road, stopping at essentially each of these central roads, right? So there'll be a stop all along each of these, and it'll go, say, this direction. Then, each one of those can connect in a kind of awkward fashion. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to pull this off, to a connection that comes in like this, and then there would be a separate line that goes in and out. That could theoretically work super well. Now, how are we going to make this there be space for this? Because these things, they're pretty big. Well, I think first things first, we should just straight up remove our existing metro that barely exists. And we should create ourselves a bit of a new one. Now, this is definitely going to be a somewhat lengthy and halting build, as in I'm gonna have to figure out some of this because it's pretty it's pretty conceptual in my head right now. I would love to put this here. I would absolutely love to put it here, but actually that's not a scalable location for it, right? Maybe we're better off to have it be, say, here. That would theoretically work. So then that goes there. And then we would have another one. I would love to put it right here. Unfortunately, it must be placed roadside. And apparently, there isn't a road there. That's exciting. We could place it simply in here. and I don't necessarily hate that. We could then have another one right here, or we could just say this one covers both, and it's for this entire area, and the next one would come out over this way. Now that's apparently sloped too steep. We could cram it in over here. What about over on this side? Okay, so what's going on with the... Oh yeah, that's this area. Right, that would be a pretty steep slope. Hello! These guys have adjusted our coastline a little bit. What would it actually look like if we were to unzone this area right here? Because we're not supposed to have these coastline adjustments. Actually, this one's fine. This one is fine. This one is also fine. I think it's these right here that need to be dezoned. Oh, are these going to go away? They don't seem too interested. They certainly don't seem too interested. I'm just going to bulldoze them. There we go. No coastline adjustment. Perfect. Look at all those people abandoning ship. Wonderful. Okay, so as we were saying, I do want to have an underground metro station somewhere around here. Of course, we do have some slope too steep going on here, and that's because this is pretty rough terrain over in this area. That's to be expected, in all honesty. So, we could place in the metro over here somewhere, perhaps. That's all slope too steep. It could go in here, and I think we'll go ahead and put it there. Excellent. Now, as far as this one over here goes, it could go in right here, and I think that's acceptable. Okay. This one over here, I would prefer right there, and that indeed works. Wonderful. And technically, we could have this be like a separate line that goes this way. It'd be awkward to fit that in. I mean, it's going to be awkward as is, right? I'm not exactly sure how we're going to handle the inward line just yet. But we'll place that there, and then we'll bring this guy right up over here. Perfect. And then this one, not enough money. Fair enough. So we'll go ahead and let this kick forward for a little bit then, while we're working on that cache. What is going on over here? Did this burn down? Yeah, that burned down. Again, I definitely... Oh, that's a disaster response vehicle. It was blocking the road. Sure. Okay, I definitely do want to get this metro built ASAP. Do we want to take out a loan? I mean, it's probably not the best idea. Oh, we should definitely crank these up to 12%. That would help matters a little bit. There we go. A power issue? There should not be a power issue. Oh, down here. Yeah, of course there would be an issue there. Okay, so we'll just build this in... Can we not remove those rocks? Thanks. That is ugly. But it is also temporary. We don't have a connection over here. And that is... What exactly is not connected? No, seriously, what is not connected here? This is where we had the old metro, isn't it? Is there something underground? Oh, it's the line. There's a line under there, isn't there? We need to go to the metro and remove that line. There we go. Yeah, we'll put it back. Don't worry. We will put it back, guys. And then we're going to go through over here. And since we've got a little bit of time here, we're going to replace this with offices, since we do currently have a need for industrial, or rather a demand for industrial zoning. Excellent. So we'll replace all of this, and this is just a slow process that we're going through for right now. Something along the lines of that. I'll zone this this office as well. That'll be fine. We no longer need a buffer zone for our offices. Just for industrial areas. So we'll call that good for now on that. Excellent. We've gotten ourselves a little bit of cash. These underground metro stations, they are definitely a little bit expensive. So let's go ahead and bump it on up to speed 3. And we are going to put one in right there. Excellent. And that will give us our first metro line here. So we're going to build some metro tracks underground. And they're going to go up over to here. So about 9,000 for each of these segments. Okay. That's definitely going to cost some money to do. And yeah, we're not surprised that we're having some issues there given our traffic problems. Again, we are currently working on fixing those. Or at least alleviating them to some degree. I would like to get it so that primarily utility vehicles are utilizing our road system. Oh yeah, I'm aware that sound barriers reduce traffic noise. We have them, in fact. Okay, so let's go ahead and build that in over there, like that. It doesn't really have to be curved. Although I suppose I could curve it if we really wanted me to. Like, we would be able to do something like... Let's see, where is this connector? Out to... here, approximately? Like that. Yeah, that works. And then this one connects out to... that's at 180 degrees. It would connect out to, say, here. And then we build it in like that. Yeah, that works. Fantastic. We do need a fair amount of cash right now. Oh man, we've got a lot of utility vehicles stuck in that traffic. Fantastic. But yeah, I want mostly freight and utility vehicles on our road systems, not passengers, if we can at all help it. So that's why we're building this metro right now. There's still a big demand for industrial right now, so we're going to address that by moving these over to offices while we wait for additional cash to come in. That'll be fine. And we're just going to zone this entire area with offices at this point, I think. Yeah, I know we can get new land. I've got other use for the cash right now. Thank you very much. In fact, you know what we could do? We could just de-zone all of this over here. Like so. Excellent. And then use the box select tool and do something along the lines of this. Boom. Excellent. So we'll rezone all of that and get ourselves some additional shiny new offices coming in there. Fantastic. We are also needing some commercial, so I'm similarly interested in removing all of this commercial over here. Excellent. This is not exactly coming out as cleanly as I would have liked, but that's fine. And we'll use the box select tool like so, and just make sure that that's zoned, which it appears to be. Excellent. Okay, we've built up some cash, so let's just go ahead and continue building our metro, shall we? We'll do something like that. And then bring this guy in to be about there. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit longer of one. And then up to there. Why was that so long, actually? I guess it would be. Because it was connecting from right here all the way to up here. Fair enough. Okay, we're going to continue to bring this on out to about here. Wonderful. And we've almost got our first little circuit here done. So that'll be great. I need the pumping service. My house could soon be flooding. Well, yes, it could. There's no doubt about that. Oh, right, I rezoned this. This is not supposed to be zoned here, 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 or here. There we go. Now we're not touching that coastline. Perfect. And I want this to be zoned like that. There we go. Excellent. And slowly over time, the pollution over here will dissipate. That said, we've still got some waste, or some pollution generators over here. It'll be fine, I'm sure. Actually, I'm not sure about that at all. I hope it'll be fine. So we're going to come on in over this way. I want that to be, I think, a little further out. Yeah, about here. Excellent. And then we'll bring this one in somewhere like that. That was another fairly long one. And all we need now is to bring this in and then make ourselves a line. Excellent. Now, I'm only going to have this going one way for now. We may end up upgrading this to two-way. I suppose what we could do is we could have one of these every other row, like our water, and then this row here could be dedicated to going this direction. It'll have to be at a different depth, though, which is definitely going to be awkward to achieve. So we'll have to think about that. For now, though, this is actually going the same direction. I'm going to head this way, the opposite direction of the traffic. No particular reason, just to have multiple options, I suppose, in the directionality of travel. And then we'll bring that in over to there. Excellent. Okay, so the question now becomes, is anyone going to use that? Yes, they are indeed using it. Fantastic. That is wonderful. We have a big ol' industrial demand right now. So let's go ahead and zone in some of this area over here. Some of this will likely have to be removed when we modernize this hub, but that'll be okay. That will be fine. We can just go ahead and fill in this over here. That should hopefully be enough to satisfy the demand. I believe that will be for now. Okay, so let's take a look at how our
meteorologists have issued a severe tornado warning for the
tornado.
Area.
That's going to be interesting. Where's that going to hit? We don't actually know, because we don't have the required disaster detection service. I mean, we could build it. What do we need for that? Some sort of a earthquake sensor, tsunami warning buoy. The weather radar is what we would need. 25k. I mean, I think we'll just take the hit.
A tornado has touched down in the area. Seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Where? Oh, over here. Okay. What direction is it heading? Kind of heading this way-ish? I think that may end up missing us. Yeah. This is pretty okay. Completely irrelevant to us here. Oh, it's heading north now. That's not necessarily great. Just kind of chilling at the water's edge. And it's done. Okay. Yep, no damage from that one. Fantastic. So, with that, I do want to check in on our metro here and see just, whoa, that's a lot of people. Excellent. We may actually want to up our metro budget here, because that was a lot of people using that for sure. So, this is our trolley bus, this one is our tram, this is our metro. We may want to bump that up to 150% to increase the number of trains. We may want to add another line going the other direction as well. But this is definitely having a lot of people utilizing it currently. That is great. And if we come over here, we can see a lot of people are waiting for the train over here. Or rather, waiting for the metro. A few people waiting over here. Actually, it just arrived. And it's heading off over here. Yeah. It's getting utilized pretty heavily. Is that affecting our traffic? Actually, it's affecting our... What would this be? Eastbound traffic? It is affecting our eastbound traffic. Our westbound traffic is not particularly affected here. Good to know. So what happens if we do add that second line going the opposite direction? I mean, that'll just make it a little bit more efficient, right? As in, people will be able to get around a little bit faster. That does mean that these metros will not be able to be connected to another one. But that is probably a-okay. I want to add a stop here and complete the line here. Now, technically, I want to drag one of these stops over to here, and I want it to be this one. These are both sharing the same location right now, and that's problematic, to be sure. Will it sort it out? It does not seem to be sorting it out. Yeah, I want one of these stops to be moved to this other location. To the other side of this station. But no, it won't let me move it. We can just remove the stop there, I guess. And then we can drag the line to add a stop. Weird. It won't let me... It lets me create a new line here. That is bizarre. Maybe if we were to just delete these lines and recreate them from the correct position. So from this one, we are going this way, and we're just going to make sure that we are always having this in the inner position here, in theory. We don't seem to be able to choose which position it's in, however. Okay, so we'll bring that to there, that to there. Something along the lines of... Did I miss one here? No, I did not. Okay. And then we'll create another line over this way. Like that? Yes, like that. Adding the stop here. This appears to be working correctly at this point. I think that was just a cosmetic bug, but I don't want to risk it. So we're just going to come on in over here, add a stop, and complete that line. That is much better. Okay. So, the next one that we might want is maybe one like right here. And maybe we would want a different system entirely for getting from the outside in or the inside out of the hub. Maybe. We'd have to think about that. Looks like we do have some sickness issues over here. And, I mean, we have plenty of heal capacity, but I am definitely noticing that we don't appear to have a medical clinic up here in any capacity. So I'm just going to put one in right here. Okay. That should help matters a bit. Fantastic. And we can see that there are definitely a whole lot of people using this metro. That is absolutely wonderful. And let's head up over here. This one appears to be a little bit less populated, but it's still in use, to be sure. This one up here, yeah, it's definitely being utilized. 219 passengers per week, apparently. Which, actually, given the usage that I'm seeing, seems about right. Yeah, that seems about correct. Excellent. So, I do think another metro line in perhaps here would be good. And then walking like 2.5, well, like 2 blocks to a metro line, that's really not too bad. So we can put one in here. And I don't think we'll need one at the highways in here. So we can just put one here. We can put one here. We can put one here, if I can get it to turn the way I want it to go. Yeah, I want it to be turned this way, but in this corner. That slope too steep. Maybe in this corner? Okay, we'll just place it here then. Okay, and then one over here, like that. Approximately. And then we would just curve this on over to be, you know, something along the lines of that. Kind of awkward in terms of the curve, but it's okay. Now, this one's definitely going to be a little awkward, but then have it come in something kind of like that. I don't exactly like the look of it, but it'll do. And we'll just have that be something like this. And I don't think we need a metro to carry people in and out, because ultimately, that's not very many blocks that they have to go there. I think that's an acceptable amount of walking distance. They need to lose weight anyway. I pretty strongly dislike the way that turned out, but okay. We should probably color code these a little bit differently, in all honesty. We can have, like, this be the green and slightly more green line. And then this one would be the, like, blue and also blue line. So it would be, like, something like that. Well, that's opposite of how I wanted this to go. Okay, so this one would be in the light blue category, and then this one would be in the, like, yellowish category. I'm colorblind. You'll have to... Well, that didn't go well either. Okay, so the yellow line needs to become a blue line. Gotcha. We'll do something like that. And then this line here needs to become the yellow line. I assume it's yellow. Close enough. Okay, so we'll just do that. There we go. Okay. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will see if this mass transit helps, or if this remains basically exactly the same as it has been. I think it's slightly better at this point. Slightly. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.